Hello, welcome to Diaries of a GhostEO. Who are you?
I'm Sarah. Hello.
Okay, let's not waste any more time and go straight into Ourcraft
Why is it called Ourcraft?
because it's yours and mine and other guests.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Obviously. I mean, I guess you're a first timer, so it's understandable. Okay, let's do some major Minecrafting today.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So I want to tell you about something that annoyed me recently.
Yeah.
In a group chat I'm in. So basically I'm in a bunch of group chats for people who had jaw surgery, right?
Yeah.
I needed jaw surgery because I had like a jaw deformity and my jaws were just too small for an adult, basically. And I needed jaw surgery because I had breathing problems and like a lot of health problems related to having jaws that were too small. But there's a lot of people, men especially, who want jaw surgery to like have a big square jaw and
Yeah,
look
to
really
look like the
masculine.
chat.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because a lot of these guys, I've seen some of them in the group chat. A lot of them, it looks extremely unnatural. It looks kind of aggressive, and it's a very I don't know. It's a certain aesthetic that I think the vast majority of women would not like, and they would prefer the before image. So there's one
But
guy.
it's about appealing to the bros.
Well, I think they don't realize that. I think he thinks that he looks more
Women.
attractive to women, but he definitely doesn't because he just went too far.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, so I just thought something, one of these guys, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some people in the group chat that have health problems, right? And there's some people who are just interested in cosmetic jaw surgery. And a woman who has health issues, she posted a picture of her teeth and she's asking us questions. We're all talking about different issues with jaws. And one of the guys who had the extreme like implants in his jaw to look really masculine, he replied to the photo of her teeth with a British flag emoji question mark. And it just pissed me off so much because I'm not sure if he really meant that to be like insulting to her
I mean, this almost
or
certainly sounds like he's like in groups where this is an insult,
yeah, but the thing is
and not for
he
the right reasons. It's
I think
because
yeah.
he's implying that the English are ugly rather than them being colonizers.
Yeah. So I think that he might be straight up insulting her, but I actually think that more likely he thinks that it's insulting and that she has bad teeth, and he doesn't realize that he is what he thinks is coming across that way. He might think that we all genuinely think that's a question.
Maybe.
I think that's what it is, and I think that's often the case when these kind of weirdos like make a comment about someone's appearance. They don't even realize how rude they're being.
Yeah, I mean that's generally a problem for a certain subset of people that they do not understand that they're communicating more than just the words.
Yeah,
You know?
it's just very obvious. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is what you mean.
You are insulting her teeth. You don't think her teeth are up to your standards or whatever.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, this woman is just concerned that she has actual health issues.
Yeah.
And it just frustrated me. But I was just thinking about how there's so many discussions online about these, like, getting a more masculine jaw or women only care about height. And a lot of these guys are just really mean, and that's their main problem in life. Right?
I mean, I do think it's true. Like, I feel like for a lot of people who have this kind of philosophy of like women only like chats, blah, 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 you know, go outside.
Yeah.
Just like go outside through your local town, city, whatever, and look around. Look
Yeah.
at couples. Like, look at everyone who's together. You know, it's
Yeah.
just normal people. I think you're just like a bit internet brained. And like, I mean, the thing is, they also think like, all girls, all women are like OnlyFans models.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like it really comes across. It's like, no, this is just what you're looking at on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, you're thinking these women are only like, billionaires that are like perfectly chiseled bodies or something like that, right?
It's
I,
so stupid, and they always have this discussion about like women hit the wall or women are worthless after a certain age,
yeah,
and then they go on about Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
yeah,
The thing is, Leonardo DiCaprio, he's not even just like a normal rich man. He's
yeah,
a public figure with a certain image and a certain ideology, right? Basically, most men who are wealthy, they aren't going to just care about the woman's looks, right? One thing is it's very much about proximity, right?
yeah.
About the women they come into contact with more than anything. But a lot of people don't think it's cool to just date women who are significantly younger than you.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at. I mean, there's a lot of weirdos outside, right? Like, I was just thinking, look at Jeff Bezos, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, his new wife or whatever, she's pretty, right? But she's like his age,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
know. Like, he's not, getting like 18-year-olds or whatever. Which is like, I feel like what a lot of the influencers on this male shows are trying to imply.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, men are hardwired to only like 18-year-olds. Well, actually, like they often would say even younger, right? But
Yeah. And
yeah,
people go on about like her look or whatever, and
yes,
maybe he's only interested in for the look.
I
But
don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it was probably so she is his former friend's former wife, right?
Apparently, yeah.
This was probably just an exciting affair for them, right? Like
Yeah.
basically they were hanging out together, they're
I mean, I don't. It's definitely not solely looks, right? Like,
yeah.
and it's definitely not solely youth or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what's going on here. Same with like Elon Musk, right? Like, he's he's just weird, right? He
Yeah.
just wants to spread his seed. He's not even having sex with these women in a lot
Yeah.
of cases,
And like
you know?
with Grimes, right? It was because she made that joke he was going to make or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there's usually more to it. I think a lot of these guys, they don't seem to realize that relationships are more than they're more than looks. You're gonna spend time with that person.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like it's just a bit odd. But I do think if you are a guy, right, and you're getting like plastic surgery for your jaw, and you're
Yeah.
quite young, like there's something like you have some psychological
Yeah.
things that might need to be addressed.
The problem is, I mean, I feel bad for some of these guys because they clearly have like body dysmorphia.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I kind of lose my sympathy when they're
Mean, yeah.
mean to other people about their looks. But people who have body dysmorphia, they really need to be careful because sometimes they do have like a flaw. Like I had body dysmorphia about my face, and it turns out that I had a real problem that was like a medical problem.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who have body image problems, they're not seeing things clearly anymore, and they want to take it too far. So like if someone's insecure about their nose, they might want to make it too small.
Hmm.
Like
I mean,
they
it
can't.
is a
It's
problem. They
yeah,
can't really like see what is normal anymore because of a
yeah,
specific thought. I mean, that's kind of like what you see with some people who get like too much plastic surgery and then
yeah,
they get yeah. I mean, like Michael Jackson is a famous example of that.
yeah.
I am so lost in the desert. You know, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else about this situation?
No, I thought we could talk a little bit about this guy who swiped right, left, I don't know which way is the yes way, on 2 million people. Right? There's a guy who's like, I swiped right on 2 million women and I only got 2 dates.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
think
like
I heard
that's
about
the
it.
state of the dating scene.
I mean,
And
that is the state of his dating scene,
yeah,
apparently.
but it's just so silly because it's such an obvious example of externalizing your problems, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's you know what? I didn't do something wrong with my profile. It's the 2 million women who are wrong.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure that if we looked at the profile and we looked at the messages he was sending women and so on,
I
we'd be
mean,
like, you could just try not doing that thing that you're doing that is putting all these women off. But he's decided, no, they're all wrong.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's the same. If women were having this problem over and over, and every guy has some issue with you, obviously you have to think, if I want to be in a relationship, maybe this is going to be a problem, right? But at the same time, I mean,
Like
women
if
always think that.
yeah. You mean like they internalize
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than
There's something wrong with
externalize? I
me.
mean that is
Yeah.
general problem. Ooh, how beautiful! But I will
Yeah.
die. I can't run. It's also annoying. I guess I'll make a little house or something. What do I want to say? Yeah, so I mean, I feel like the thing is, maybe change something about your profile. That might help.
Yeah.
Like get a little bit of help there. Maybe write some other stuff in your profile. I don't know what you like. I feel like a lot of guys think they should never ever have to adjust anything, but then they're also kind of like, why does no woman like me? And then like the next post for them is like, all women are sluts now. They're so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, like really, we made a big mistake giving them the vote. Am I right, fellas? Why won't women date me? You
It
know?
is weird sometimes when you see that.
Yeah.
Or like one thing I always see all the time now is when I see a sexist comment on threads, I always go to the okay. I need to stop doing this, but it just hit me one day. Like, I wonder what else he posts.
Yeah.
And it's always they're replying to OnlyFans girls all day, or feminists with like they're complimenting OnlyFans girls, or they're getting angry at feminists. And to me, it's funny because I know, like, I've met a lot of these OnlyFans girls, and like they have those opinions of those feminist women. Do you know what?
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
so funny. Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just like they're marketing, and that's their
Of
job
course, yeah.
is to appeal to these guys, and the guys want to believe in the fantasy, but really, those women, they also care about their rights and their treatment and so on. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think like okay, yeah. And my other point is like, so try to spruce up your profile and yourself, perhaps, right? But if that's not working for you, maybe try like some other avenues of dating. You actually don't need to swipe more.
2 million
Yeah,
times.
exactly. Like, uh,
Ooh, we can end on that.
yeah, just swipe like a few times, not a million. And if not, I don't know, go to the library, chat people up. Maybe the librarian when she hushes you. That's my advice for today.
I think just try to make friends.
No, try the library.
Try to make friends with women.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I always say to my. The thing is, some guys are just weird, and they think like they can't be friends with women, and it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's just like maybe try that on first, just like be friends with some women, and then you'll actually probably meet more women,
Yeah.
and then like these women will tell their friends like, oh, he's cool, rather than like he's not cool
Yeah.
when you're not cool, and
Yeah.
so you might even have options. So go to the library, as we said.
Okay.
Bye. Stay spoopy, friends.